Well, hey there, guys. My plant-loving folks, brothers and sisters. I wanted to come to you today and do a little tour of my living room. Some of these plants were actually in my window garden tour, but I wanted to do a tour. You want to say hi, Feeny? Say hi. Hi. Hair a little twisted up. We started somewhere in the tub. We're not done yet. Come. So let's bring the camera here. So I wanted to talk to you about the plants, and actually I wanted to start adding to my little succulent farm. I wanted to add in that tank the plants that I've begun propagating, and that's what I really wanted to talk to you about as well. So we're gonna come on down here. In the last video I spoke to you about the succulents, but I do have in here some plants that I'm propagating. This is the philodendron, the variegated philodendron that I spoke to you about in the last video, that I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep it or let it grow out. Well, a couple of the leaves had been torn, so I figured, you know what, instead of me letting it grow out and eventually tearing more, let me go ahead and cultivate this baby. And so I decided to go ahead and propagate it, and she wants my attention. As you can see, I've got some roots. And I had to back up a little bit. What's wrong? What's wrong, babe? Alright, so here is the jelly plant, the peperomia that I found that it is. It's in the peperomia family. It's so cute and cool. I wiped the leaves down because it was dusty, so I'm not going to propagate that one until it's bigger, but I definitely want to. In this cute little glass, this candle glass that I got from the Goodwill, I've got a succulent here, and I wanted to show you my Hindu rope plant that I cut just with like a couple of, with just a leaf on there and a node or two. And I looked at it today and I was like, oh, something's happening. Yes. So that's exciting. My little Charlie is propagating here. Just one little teeny little leaf in the roots. As you know, I'm trying to work on the orchid down there, trying to bring that baby back. I have behind this philodendron the white fusion calathea that I'm hoping will start to root. I do have in here a leaf from an African violet. Now check this out. This leaf is much longer, sitting in water, but this leaf here is a lot smaller sitting in water, and never mind the dirt on it, but look, there's a root. Wait, let me back up. There's some roots forming from this teeny little leaf. It fell off, and I was like, let me try and see if I can get that propagated. I did watch a couple of videos and found out that it prefers lukewarm water. The water's not warm anymore, and they don't like to get their little leaves wet. I call them dresses. But there you go. Down there at the bottom is another orchid. The other orchid I talked to you about that I'm hoping to get back to life. And so here, check this out, you guys. I didn't get to tell you. Come here, baby. In my last video that I did about the plant deals, this cordyline, I believe it's called Cordyline plant, it was only $5 at Lowe's. It was on the clearance rack because, as you can see right there, there's some damage done. I actually am planning on cutting that leaf at some point. The one to the left, there's a little bit of scarring, or I'm not sure if it doesn't look like it's an infection to me, but I'm definitely planning on cutting that one as well. I'm not sure if it's like overwatering or underwatering, but I'll have to look more into it, but it's a gorgeous plant, and it's bringing out another leaf, and the pink is just beautiful. In the past, I probably wasn't even into pink, but as I've gotten older, I love the beautiful colors. And here, down in here as well, it looks like it's been sun scorched, but it was neglected and just kind of hanging out. You know, the pot that it came in, nursery pot, as you can see, it's a little rough. But right now, I'm not going to do too much moving around with it. I'm going to, like, really, you know, like, let it chill out for a little while. At the bottom is that aglaonema that I was getting a little concerned about, because for some reason the leaves seemed a little floppy. And at first I thought it was too much water. Then I dried it out a little bit with like a blow dryer. And then it seemed like it was a little sad, and I thought maybe it needed more water. So, I mean, it's beautiful, but I just wonder why the leaves are a little floppy. Is that common? I mean, as you can see, there's a leaf coming up, so I'm not really sure. Over here, the begonia is doing well. It's gotten a couple of leaves. It's gotten bigger. And so down in here, I've got my snake plant that I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can propagate it from the leaves, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. We'll see. I do have one in the soil in the other room, and I see a little something, but not quite much going on. So the other plant I didn't get to tell you about was my staghorn fern. When I saw this on a video, sorry for the darkness, you guys, I'm bringing out you. It looked like an animal connected to a plant. I was like, wow, that's different. This one was only $5 at Lowe's. I just watered it today. It's pretty cool. I know sometimes people mount them, but it's an interesting plant, and I definitely want to do more research on it. If you have had one or you have one, let me know what your experience has been like. And so, oh, sorry about the movement, guys. So I'm going to take you into the bedroom so that you can see the alocasia that I forgot to mention to you. The alocasia was $7.50, you guys. It was on sale at Lowe's. I had to pick it up. Look at that plant. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I feel like it's in the perfect lighting, perfect location. Do you ever feel like you have a plant that you just like so much and you just want it near you so you can wake up and look at it? Yeah, that's that plant right there for me. My Monstera deliciosa is doing pretty well. I still feel sad when I looked at the leaf that's burnt in the back, but you know, I'm just trying to hold out, and it seemed like the burning kind of got it stuck in that new growth phase where the leaf has stayed pretty light like when they first come out. So I don't know, maybe that's just me, but she is doing pretty darn good and growing and healthy. So is my bonsai. My other plants are flourishing well. So here's the African violet that some people found at Kroger's for 50 cents. I'm about to say $50, 50 cents. And she's beautiful. Her flowers actually have continued to bloom and gotten taller. And I hope I can keep her for a while and continue to propagate African violets. That would be pretty cool. My spider plant is in the front. My anthurium to the left of it is doing well. My elephant ear plant I did cut off the one leaf, and so it's surviving and thriving very nicely. So I did put out some vinegar. I didn't put the plastic on top of the holes to catch the gnats, but it's not a major problem, but I don't even want to see one or two gnats. Like, for me, I'm like, if I see one or two, that could become more than one or two. And I'm not down for any infestation at this point. Here's the variegated philodendron that I showed you a couple videos back in my window now. Doing really, really well. Has come out of that saggy, soggy shipment, I don't know what's going with me look, and has pulled itself together. So I rotate it in the window just to make sure equal sides are getting enough light. And this window's just great lighting. I mean, so that's it, you guys. My camera cut off. And any questions, feel free to comment. I love the comments. And I'll be looking forward to talking with you in the next video. To be continued. Take care.